Hi, I'm Shayna with Adventures in Fluff, and today I'm going to be doing a review and demonstration of the Mommy Loves Maddy One Size Hybrid Fitted. Now, this is a one-size diaper fitting babies from approximately 10 to 35 pounds via a snap-down rise. Now you can see the snap-down rise here on the front of the diaper, and it's pretty typical for a lot of one-size diapers. It basically has 3 rows of snaps, and depending on the way that you snap these will depend on the rise of this diaper. Leave it completely unsnapped as it is right now, and you have your large size diaper. If you snap the snaps to the middle, your male snap to the female snaps, either in the middle or the bottom, snap it to the middle and you'll have a size medium, or snap them all the way to the bottom and you'll have a size small. So let's snap them all to the bottom, and I'll show you just how small this diaper can get. Oops. There we go. So now you can see the rise of this diaper on the smallest setting. You can see that the legs actually get really small, and the waist also gets a nice small size. Now, as far as the construction of this diaper, this is a turned and top stitched construction, and what that means is that there are no raw edges of the fabric showing. They're all sewn onto the inside of the diaper and then top stitched, so it creates a nice clean edge all the way around the diaper. So you have soft edges touching your baby around the legs as well as along the waist and around the entire diaper. The outside material on this is a cotton knit, which, as most of you know, is my preferred fabric of choice to go on the outside of a fitted diaper. It just gives you a nice squishy feel, good absorbency, and a nice good stretch to wrap around your baby to get the best fit. As far as the closure of this diaper, this is a snap closure with crossover wings, and what that means is that the 2 wings cross over each other to create a nice slim waist opening right here. If we open this up, you'll see that there are 3 snaps per wing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The reason why this one looks like it has more is just because it has the crossover snaps, but there are 3 snaps per wing, which is pretty typical with fitted diapers, and once you get the hang of it, it really isn't much trouble at all. I know when I first got started, doing snaps was pretty difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not a problem at all. Now let's open up this diaper and put it on the largest size setting so you can see just how big this diaper gets. So I'm going to unsnap those rise snaps again, and then I'm going to snap this on the largest size setting that you can do without using hip snaps. And I'll show you what I mean by hip snaps in just a minute, because Lincoln has already maxed out the size of this diaper. So here you go. This is the diaper on its largest size setting. Here's the waist, the legs, and then the rise of the diaper. Now Link can fit, but it's very tight on this waist setting. So what you need to do is cover up the last snap that would be exposed if I did this any smaller. So what I want to do is make it so this snap is covered up so that I can use one of these other ones on the last snap. See, if I did it like that, this one's going to touch your baby and dig in. So what I did was you cover it up with some hip snap covers. They just have a little snap and then fabric on the inside. Snap that on to the last snap, and then you can use this diaper on a larger size setting to fit your bigger babies. So this will create a larger waist and larger leg openings. And you can do this on any of your snap diapers that you've maxed out on your baby as far as the waist setting. So let's open this diaper up and I will show you what the inside looks like. Now the inside lining of this diaper is organic bamboo velour, and it lines the entire inside of the diaper. So you get a really nice smooth feel on the inside of the diaper. Now you do have all your snaps exposed here instead of snapped onto the inside of the diaper underneath the lining, but they won't be touching your baby because you will have your soaker over the top of it. As far as your hidden layers, this diaper does have a hidden layer of poly fleece, and that's what makes it a hybrid diaper. So you have a layer of poly fleece between the knit fabric and your velour that's on top right here. And what that does is creates almost a barrier so that the moisture takes a lot longer to go from the inside of the diaper to the outside of the diaper. It's not quite as waterproof as a PUL fabric would be, but it will make it last a lot longer than your regular fitted diaper. So it's more water resistant but not waterproof. Now, as far as the absorbent layers of your diaper, her soaker is comprised of 2 pieces, so you can use one or both to create a custom fit depending on your baby's absorbency, basically. Now these just lay in, they don't snap into the diaper, which I normally would prefer just because I like to throw things in the wash and I like my soakers to just stay attached. So if I was to change anything, I'd probably like to see that it snapped in, but I do understand that this gives you a lot more versatility as far as of how you use your soakers. Now, if you have a heavy wetter, you can use both of them, and these you can tell which one is which based on the stitching. The one with the white stitching has a layer of velour on top, and then heavy organic bamboo fleece and lining fleece on the bottom. Also included is an organic bamboo fleece doubler, which is lined with this black thread, serged around the edges with a black thread. So this is your booster. You can use this if you have a heavy wetter or you're going to be using it overnight. And I've used it with just this one, and it worked just fine, and it worked awesome when I paired them together. So as far as the absorbency of this diaper, I found that during the day I was able to let Link go in this diaper without a cover, and he would last quite a while, probably a couple hours before the outside of this diaper actually got wet. I'd probably start seeing the leg elastic start changing color and get wet, and before the front of the diaper would actually get wet. So you can actually last quite a while in this diaper, and I'd actually have no problem leaving the house for a quick trip, just run a couple of errands really quick without a cover on as well, just because this diaper does last quite a while before the outside does get wet. As far as wash routine, I found it pretty easy. I would just throw this in the wash. The dry time was pretty fast, about 75 minutes, because these layers are all separate. So it dried really fast. The only thing was, because the soaker does not snap in, I do need to hunt down the soakers and match them up with my diaper again afterwards, versus just leaving it snapped in so I don't have to look for those later on. As far as the adjustability and fit, let's bring Lincoln over here and I'll show you how this diaper fits on him, and then I will also show you how this diaper fits on a newborn. We'll bring over our newborn model. And one last thing I actually wanted to talk to you about was the width of the soakers. You might notice also that the soakers are a little bit wider. It has its advantages and disadvantages. The advantages, it helps to keep the outside drier longer, obviously, because you have a lot of coverage, and because they're not so skinny, it doesn't get the leg openings wet quite as fast. But because they're so fat compared to the diaper, it is pretty tight as far as making sure that they are contained within the diaper. So I would like to see it maybe like a ½ an inch skinnier on each side. So an inch altogether would be kind of nice, just a little bit skinnier, just to fit inside the diaper and give me a little bit of wiggle room as far as laying it in. But otherwise it works really good, and these soakers are thin enough that I can fold them to create absorbency wherever I need it, in the middle for a girl, up front for a boy, and they work really great. So without further ado, let's bring Link over here and I will show you how this diaper fits on him. Okay, so here's Lincoln in his Mommy Loves Maddy hybrid fitted, and I've just laid the soakers in and fold them up over, and then I'm going to fold them back down. And like I said before, Lincoln's a little bit bigger, so I've put his hip snap covers in to cover up the snaps that we're not going to use on the waist. So instead of starting with that third snap, I'm going to start with the second one and snap that in. And there we go. So there's a nice good fit on the waist and a really nice fit on the legs. And definitely a lot of coverage because that soaker is completely covering his entire inside of the diaper. So let's bring over our newborn model now, and I'll show you how this diaper fits on a newborn. Okay, so here is my newborn model, and we're going to use the same diaper that we just had on Link, and we're going to snap the front rise down so it's on its smallest size setting. And then because this is just a newborn, we're probably only going to need one of the soakers. We won't need the booster because your newborn isn't peeing as much as an older baby yet. So we'll just lay in one of the soakers. And we'll lay this underneath our baby. Now you're going to want to lift your soaker up, kind of tuck it in between the legs so it gathers a little bit, and then fold your soaker back down till it's the right size. Then let's fold the front of the diaper up, wrap it around your baby, and then secure the diaper on at the right snap level so it fits your baby. Nice and snug, but not too tight. Now when using your crossover snaps, you kind of have to realize where you're going to be hitting so that you hit the point where you're going to be able to cross over, because they cross over every other snap. So in order for me not to hit the head of this snap, I need to make sure that I'm going to hit every other snap over here. And there we go. So really good fit on the legs, maybe a teensy bit of gapping, but barely anything. And the waist fits really good. I don't even find it very bulky, even though we did have to fold that soaker down. It's still pretty slim fit for your newborn, since we only used one of the soakers and not both. And then really good fit on the waist and the back as well. So there you have it. That is the Mommy Loves Maddy hybrid fitted diaper. And I hope you love this review, and join me again for the remaining couple of reviews that we have for the rest of the September fitted diaper event.